Namaste and welcome. Welcome to your practice, a practice of heart-centered compassion and love. I invite you to take a comfortable seat, Sukhasana. Sukhasana. Sukhasana means a seat of comfort, contentment, ease. In all of our practice, whichever asana we adopt, we want to attain this sense of possibility, of ease, of fulfillment. So we make use of any props that we have available around us. Perhaps a folded blanket for your joints or for your seat, blocks or a low footstool to raise up the earth towards you, a wall or the back of a chair for support when we are in balance. The practice of yoga is about having a body which is in comfort and at ease, and the energy, the prana is flowing, the vital force is flowing without interruption, obstruction, or distraction. And if we are distracted by pain or discomfort, then we are not able to drop deeper into the Anahata chakra, the heart center. Our emotions and our thoughts will be scattered, focusing on the pain or discomfort, on the physicality of the practice, rather than the path that the practice is offering us. I invite you to take Anjali Mudra today. Anjali Mudra is different from Namaskar. Namaskar is when you press all of your fingers and palm together firmly. Anjali Mudra is a sort of softening of the fingers and palm. There's a slight gap or opening in the palm. So you should be able to see a sliver of light when you look through your palms. The tips of the fingers are connected, the thumbs are connected, the little fingers are connected, but in the center of the palm there is space, almost as if this is a bud of the flower waiting to open into the lotus. So from Anjali, you can open up the 3 middle fingers to create the Padma Mudra, the lotus mudra. So this is a mudra that we will work through today. Closing your eyes or gazing down towards the earth. Anjali Mudra at the heart, the anahat, the unstruck, unheard, unseen, unbidden, unknown. As you inhale, draw the breath like a golden or a silver thread into the heart space. And as you exhale, allow this thread to gently release into the earth or into the air around you. Perhaps the air that you breathe has a quality of color, a wisp of air, inhaling into the anahat and exhaling from the anahat, moving into the heart and moving from the heart. A practice today of revolutionary love, of compassion for the self and for others, love for the self, love for the community. Many are celebrating St. Valentine's Day. A love between those who are in an intimate relationship. Love between the members of a family who are bonded. Love within a community who are striving together love for nature, the gifts of nature, so generous and abundant, yet valuable and sacred. Allow the flow of breath to be natural, to be at ease. Sukhasan, for all that you do, this quality of sukh rather than dukh. Sukh for ease, comfort, joy. Dukh, pain, suffering, injustice. And revolutionary love can move us from one state into the other. Our mantra for today is Aham Prema. I am divine love. Aham, I am. Prema, divine love. Revolutionary love, blissful love, unconditional love, a compassionate love. To open, let's chant Aham Prema 3 times and then opening with Om. And for each Om, offer the Om to your heart space. Om to the hearts of your loved ones. Om to the heart of your community. Inhale fully to prepare. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Om, Om, Om. Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste and welcome. Take a moment here. Full breath in, full breath out. And I'm going to offer you the lotus prayer wheel. And so as we chant Aham Prema, we drop into the heart space to connect with our intention for our practice today. This intention can be through the mantra Aham Prema, or this intention can be through your positive affirmation in a language of your choice. I am revolutionary love. I am divine love. I move from love with love. I offer love. Starting with Anjali at the heart, this soft variation of Namaste with the palms softly open. I'm going to remove my scarf to help me here. Inhaling, lotus to the crown. Exhaling, moving through this lotus prayer, Anjali, and this palm of gifting of abundance. So following my movements, watching these movements if you're not sure of them. So when we rotate, from Anjali, we bring the tips of our index and thumbs together, and so we create this triangle, and then we rotate the fingers in towards the heart, back of the hands, opening the palms like you do a book, bringing the thumbs together, opening up the middle fingers to lotus. So it's a bit of takes practice, this gesture. And this is our opportunity to practice. Connecting with your mantra, your affirmation. Inhaling as you rise up, crown to the crown lotus. Exhaling, prayer wheel, lotus, Anjali, gifting. Inhaling, prayer, lotus prayer to the crown. Exhaling, lotus, Anjali, gifting at the heart. One more time. Aham Prema. 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 One more breath. Let's reach up with our palms, fingers above the crown. Spiral all of your fingers so that you turn the little fingers towards the back of the room. Thumbs are out. As you exhale, let's turn over to the right, fingers to the earth. Gaze over your right shoulder. Visualize in your mind's eye a vista of a landscape in which you feel love, joy, bliss, your favorite place on earth. Inhale through center, fingers reaching up. Exhale over to the left. Again, gaze over your left shoulder, visualizing in your mind's eye your favorite place in the world with your favorite people, your most loved ones. Inhale through center, reach up. Let's bring the hands together in lotus above the crown. Exhale, Anjali to the heart. Take a moment here. Now from here, we're going to fold forward. So I'll turn to the side so that you can see me directly. So Anjali at the heart. As you exhale, hinge from the waist and slide your hands away from you so that your crown and your eyebrow center are heading down towards the earth. We will all different places here. Some of us may be higher up. Some of us may be lower to the earth. Some of us may be connected with the earth. Anjali, hands here. Breathing here into your heart space. From your heart space, Aham Prema. I am revolutionary love. Moving with courage, faith, towards an inclusive vision of love, a compassionate vision of love. As you inhale, lift your eyebrow center slightly. Come onto your forearms here and come directly onto your knees. Big toes touch. I'm just going to create some space for myself here. And this is a variation of melting heart that we're moving into Anahatasana with our knees as wide as our mat, big toes touching here. Now making sure that you do have plenty of space. So I'm going to move back because I have my beautiful dog there. So now let's begin to slide our arms away, melting our heart down towards the earth, eyebrow center on the earth. Again, you can have your elbows a little bit closer to you or further away from you. Your tailbone is reaching up. Your lower back has a gentle dip. Your heart space is melting towards the earth. Your eyebrow center can be connected with the earth or resting on a cushion. Palms in Anjali, reaching away from you. Breathing into your heart space, into Anahat. This place of connection between the upper and lower chakras, the earthly realm and the spiritual realm. This meeting place at the heart. This place where we make connection and interconnectedness. with others. One more breath here and an anahatasana. Now with helping hands, perhaps you lift your gaze and then walk your elbows back towards you, coming into wide-legged child's pose, Balasana. I'm just going to check that my knee feels okay here. So you heard that click of my knee. It's because I'm Vata. Don't worry about those clicks in my bones. So Vata. So your hands here, bring them into lotus at the back of your head. So on your elbows, hands in lotus at the back of your head, eyebrow center again, resting on the earth or cushion. Lotus, Padma Mudra, this opening, flowering of the heart space. Your little fingers are connected, thumbs are connected, middle fingers are wide open. Our practice today is going to be a delicious practice. So enjoy, savor every flavor, the rasa of this practice. The sweetness of this practice. This deep, soulful practice. From the heart, the depths of your heart. One more breath here in Balasana. And again, we're going to bring our hands down to the earth, slide forward, come directly onto your abdomen here. So your elbows are on the earth, your forearms on the earth, your hands are in anjali here. Your feet can be as, your feet can be as wide as your mat or a little bit closer. A variation of Salamba, Bhujangasana, or Sphinx as you may know this pose. You will beginning to feel a back bend here, especially in your lower back, lifting your crown, lengthening your sternum. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. If this feels too intense and is not offering you that sense of sukh, asan, comfort, ease, or joy, then take your elbows further apart. This will give you more space in your lower back. This is my loved one here. This is my joy here. One more breath here. As you exhale, we're going to release our Anjali Mudra. Take our elbows as wide as the mat. Hands can rest on top of each other, eyebrow center, either resting on the backs of the hands or on the earth directly. You have a choice now to take your arms alongside you if you wish, palms face up, and turn onto your right ear. We're going to take Brahmari pranayam here, honeybee breath. Brahmari is that buzzing sound or humming sound we make with our breath. We inhale through our nose and exhale, making a buzzing or humming sound through softly parted teeth, so that your lips almost vibrate. You'll hear this vibrating sound within your heart space, within you. Inhaling together. Face is soft, body is soft. Let's turn onto our left ear now and make more Brahmari breath sounds. Inhale fully through your nose. Exhale through softly parted teeth and gently closed lips, making a humming or buzzing sound, the vibration of which you experience in your heart space. Inhale together, exhale Brahmari. Turn your head back to center and place your eyebrow center on the earth here. We're going to move into Salabhasana locust pose. Inhale, lift both arms. And perhaps you curl your fingers like the petals of a lotus. So I have my palms facing down. I am active through my arms. Take a breath here. Let's keep our feet connected with the earth for the moment. Inhale, lift your eyebrow center. Lift your heart. Lift your crown. And some of us may come up quite high. Some of us may stay quite low. Again, we are where we are in relationship with our body, which we love and adore. We endeavor to love and adore. We are grateful for all that our body can do for us. As you exhale, release everything down to the earth, backs of hands on the earth, palms up. Soften here for a moment. And now we're going to bring in our legs this time. So your choice, yogis, one leg at a time or both legs together. Try one leg. And then if you're comfortable there, you can try both legs. If you try both legs and it doesn't feel comfortable or it feels like too much of an exertion, then try alternate legs. And I'll give you a note when to swap. Let's prepare. So inhale. Lift your arms, curling your fingers here, spiraling them. Lift your toes and legs. Lift your heart space and your gaze. Salabhasana here. If you have one leg lifted, feel free to swap now. Breathing here, you will gently rock. The Untitled Chapter is connected to the element of air. This new moon in Aquarius is also connected to the element of air. Aquarius is a sign of rebellion, of resistance, and that revolution comes from love. Exhale, everybody, to the earth. Bring your hands and place your hands underneath your eyebrow center, elbows as wide as the mat. Soften through every part of your body. And if it helps, you can sway your hips from left to right. Well done. Beautiful work. Oh, so delicious. Now we're going to move with care. Bring your hands alongside your shoulders. Press into your finger pads. Tuck in your elbows. Inhale, rise up in Bhujangasana Cobra. Hug your elbows in. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold towards the earth. Inhale, let's rise up. Exhale, fold towards the earth. Inhale to rise up. Swaying here like a cobra. And now for the last time, let's inhale, rise up and hold here. One more breath. Press into your hands. Bend into your knees with care. Let's take our sit bones back towards our heels. Perhaps your knees are together. We're going to come into child's pose here. Moving slowly, loving this back of yours, this body of yours. Take your arms alongside you, palms face up. Child's pose. Softening here. We'll take a Brahmari breath here. Inhaling. Exhale, Brahmari, making a buzzing sound. Twice more. Inhaling, exhaling, Brahmari. Inhaling, exhaling Brahmari. Allow the vibration to be felt in your heart space. Inhaling, engage your core. Let's rise up, coming into Virasana Hero Pose, or Vajrasana it's sometimes called. So remember here, this is where you can use your folded blankets and cushions, either underneath your knees, underneath your sit bones, or a rolled up blanket on the inside of your ankles. If it feels too uncomfortable to sit in this pose for your knees or ankles in particular, then you can come into Sukhasana with your legs crossed. You can also sit on a low footstool. Come into a seated position that is comfortable for you. Let's bring our hands together in Anjali at the heart. I'm going to introduce Abhaya Haridya Mudra, fearless heart mudra, courageous heart mudra. So let's cross the right hand over the left wrist rather. Interlace your little fingers. Leave your ring finger. Interlace your middle fingers. Interlace your index fingers. And then you'll have your ring and thumb clear. So bring those to touch, the tips. Tips of those come to touch. So here we have Haridya, Abhaya Haridya Mudra. I'll talk you through that again. Cross your right wrist, interlace little fingers, leave the ring, interlace middle, interlace index, and then bring the tip of your ring to the tip of your thumb and bring it in front of your heart. Fearless heart. So when we move towards change, when we make progression towards change, social change to bring about more love, more compassion to our communities, we often want to move from fearlessness. We may feel fear at disrupting or challenging the status quo. This mudra helps us to connect with that revolutionary, rebellious spirit that we have, where we feel unjustly treated, either because of an identity that we hold or a social location in which society has placed us within, or we see that happening to others. And we want to act to protect and defend and uplift their rights. This requires courage from the heart space. We move into change from compassion, from love. Some of the greatest civil rights movements, independence movements, movements for change are inspired by fearless heart. Mahatma Gandhi's movement for independence, Satyagraha, truth force, soul force. Martin Luther King and civil rights and James Bevel in the 1960s, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, moving with soul force. Nelson Mandela, anti-apartheid movement in South Africa. Climate change movements, LGBTQI+ movements, women's rights movements, Black Lives Matter movements. All of these movements are able to have an impact because of the non-violent resistance, which is rooted in compassionate heart, revolutionary love, sacred activism. So connect here again with Aham Prema, or your affirmation. I am revolutionary love. I move from compassion with fearlessness. I move from fear to fearlessness. One more breath here as we combine our asana practice with our call for action, bhakti yoga for devotion to this cause of justice and equity, karma action, karma yoga for action, responding to the call for action. Gyan yoga, understanding why it is necessary for us to act from a place of knowledge and understanding. Coming together, all of these principles and aspects of yoga, moving beyond the physical. Releasing that mudra, place your right fingertips on the earth, reach up with your left fingers, spiral your fingers here. As you exhale, let's go over to the right. Inhale through center, reach up with your right fingers, spiral your fingers, exhale over to the right. Inhale through center. We're going to move into Ustrasana, camel pose. So let's lift up our sit bone here. Now your feet can be untucked or toes can be tucked. Yogi's choice. Before we move into camel, let's do one prayer wheel. Palms together. Let's bring the Padma to the crown. Exhaling. Padma, Anjali, offering of love. Take your hands to your lower back. I'm very loving towards my back. My back needs a lot of my care and attention. So I'm going to place my heels here, just on my bones here, so that I can support myself here. Draw your shoulder blades together, elbows together. Lift your gaze, lengthen through the front of your body. Engage your core by drawing in the navel. Lengthen through the sternum. Broaden across the collarbones. Lift your gaze up towards the sky, the place where the ceiling meets the wall. And if you're comfortable here, this might be enough of a back bend for you. Or you can reach for your heels one hand at a time and see how it feels. Hips are reaching forward, pelvis is reaching forward, the shoulder blades are drawing together. Sternum is lengthening here. 3 more breaths, Aham Prema. Open heart, moving from vulnerability to action, fearlessness of action. And when you're ready, support your lower back. As you exhale, take your sit bones back towards your heels. Hands come to the earth to scaffold you. Bring the top of your head down towards the earth, not connecting fully between the head and the earth, the crown and the earth here. You have an option of reaching back and wrapping your hands around your heels, or you can continue to scaffold. Rounding through your back here, counter pose to Ustrasana, Shashangasana, hair pose. Chin tucked in here, deep rounding of the back. You can really feel the space that you're creating in your lower back. So we've been compressing the back, the spine with the back bend. Now we can really feel we're creating space here in the lower back. Delicious. This sweet flavor. Rasa. Releasing your hands. And let's come into table Varmanasana. Take a moment here Really moving slowly through this practice today. No rush to get anywhere very quickly. Let's extend this right leg long so it's parallel to the earth. Flex the foot. You can keep both hands on the earth, or you can reach forward with your left arm and spiral your fingers to create this half Padma, Ardha Padma mudra. As you exhale, lower the foot and lift the hand here, opening your heart. Take a few breaths here, Aham Prema. Gaze up towards your hand. Exhale now, come back to parallel. I'm going to flow here 3 times, inhaling to lift your hands towards the sky, lowering the right foot, and then on the exhale, body parallel. Inhale to lift your hand. And if your breath is the other way around, that's absolutely fine. Let's balance here for a moment. In Sardulasana, lower the hand, bring in the knee towards the heart, around through the upper back. And then let's release the knee. You might want to rotate your right wrist here. Let's go the other way, fingers spread wide. Exhale, extend that left leg long, flex the foot. You can stay here with both hands on the earth and then bring it involved when we lift it up towards the sky. Or you can reach forward, flexing the foot and then spiral the fingers. Inhale, drop the left foot, reach up with the right hand towards the sky. Exhale, parallel, body parallel here. Inhaling to lift up. Exhale, parallel. Inhaling to lift up. And let's hold here for a moment. Heart open. Aham Prema. Exhale, body parallel. Bring the hand to the earth. Bend into that left knee. Hug it in towards your heart. Rounding through your spine. And let's come back to Padmasana table pose. And then you might want to rotate through your left wrist here. Let's rise into mountain. Tuck your toes. Lift your tailbone and pedal your feet here. Sway your hip. Coming into your Padmasana. And then come into stillness here, feeling the strength of the practice here. Fearlessness, courage that it takes for us to show love. In love, we reveal our vulnerabilities. And when vulnerabilities are revealed, we meet them with compassion and empathy. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold here at the top of your mat. Allow everything to relax. And then on the inhale, begin to unfurl your spine, one vertebrae at a time, coming up into Tadasana, quarter turn here. Now we're going to flow with Chandra Namaskar rather than the lunar salutations, to continue with this energy of the new moon, this sense of moving with love, compassion, fearlessness in our practice. Anjali mudra here at the heart. Lotus prayer wheel above the crown, reaching up. And then exhale over to the left with your lotus, or you can have your anjali here. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Prayer wheel to the heart. Anjali offering. And then let's step across the mat, coming into Tadasana Star Pose. Spiral your fingers. One full breath here. Turn the right toes up. Hinge over to the right. Let's come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So your right hand can be on blocks or on the earth or on your right leg. Left hand reaching up in this Ardha Padma variation of the mudra. Remember, you can bring that left hand always to your hips. One full breath here. Now from here, bend into your right knee. And that left hand can reach back or can be reaching up. So bending deeply into your right knee. Your right palm can come to the earth, the right fingertips to the earth. You can bring a block and place your block on the earth. So this is an extended side angle. Left hand reaching up. Reach back with your left hand. Cartwheel it over and reach forward. One more breath, then release this left hand to the earth. Pivot on the ball of your left foot. Let's move that right foot out towards the edge of the mat. Right toes turning away, coming into dragon, your variation of dragon. You can always bring your left knee down to the earth. Left knee can be lifted. Now your option here. You can stay with the left hand on the earth, left knee on or off the earth here. We're going to reach up with our right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to reach back. Take your gaze with you. Cartwheel your right arm forward. And then let's flow all the way to create this arc over this side. Moving 3 times. And then let's bring the right hand down to the inside of that right foot. Take a moment here. And then let's turn our body to the lengthways of our mat. So we're going to stay quite high here today in our variation of Skandasana. I'm going to keep my fingertips on the earth. If your fingertips don't reach the earth, then you can place a block or a couple of blocks. So you can place a block here and a block here. So you just have to move from one block or the other. We're going to sway from left to right. Full extension here as you do. And I quite like adding a little bit of a flow here. And then the next time you reach over to the left, we know what we're doing here. We're going to pivot on the ball of that right foot here and come into dragon on the left side. Move that left foot out. Keeping that right hand on the earth. Right knee can come on or off the earth. Yogi's choice here. And then when you're ready, let's reach up with the left fingertips to the sky. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of space in front of me. Reach behind you. Take your gaze with you. And then reach in front of you. So let's create this arc, this rainbow arc overhead 3 times, taking our gaze with us. And one more. And then let's release that left hand. And now we're going to move into side angle. So let's drop that right heel. Left hand stays on the earth or on a block. Reach up with your right arm to the sky. Reach behind you. Reach up and over, reach ahead of you. Wherever you are with your arm, create this extension. And then let's straighten through the left leg. Now you might probably need to swivel that right foot a little bit closer so that you can move into Trikonasana on this side. Left hand can be on the earth, on your block, on your leg. Draw your right hand across your heart space, reaching up, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose on this side. Remember that right hand can be on your hips. One more breath here. Bend into that left knee to rise up into Karasana, star pose. And we're going to step over towards the right. Bring your hands together in Anjali at the heart. Cartwheel this prayer to above the crown in Padma. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Bring your hands in Anjali at the heart, open in lotus. Anjali, and then let's gift. Take a moment here. Catch your breath. Full breath here. Now we're going to add on in our practice here. Step across your mat. Open out your arms. Bend into your knees, coming into Deviyasana. Bring your hands in Anjali or lotus at the heart. I'm going to take my fearless heart, Abhaya Haridya Mudra here by interlacing little, middle and index fingers with each other and my ring and thumbs coming together. Here we are. And you might want to sway from left to right. Here you go. In Deviyasana. One more breath here. You'll be feeling strong here in your thighs. Take a moment here. Open out your hands. Let's turn over to the right. Pivot on the ball of that left. Pivot on that left foot and bring the heel to the earth here. I'm going to move into Warrior Mahavira-Bhadrasana. So open out your arms here, parallel to the earth. Spiral your fingers, take your gaze over to the right. So you're bending into your right knee, gazing over the right fingers into the distance. Drop your left hand either to your left leg or wrap it around your right hip, reaching up and over for Shanti. Shanti warrior, gaze back towards your left foot. Back through warrior two, Mahavira-Bhadrasana, the great warrior. Turn your heart, coming into warrior one. Hands reaching up. Bring them into Padma above the crown. Let's do our prayer wheel here. Padma, Anjali, offering at the heart, and then reversing it back. Prayer wheel above the crown, Padma. From here, we're going to transition into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So this is where you may need your blocks, your footstool, the wall, or the back of a chair. Bend into that right knee. Place your hand on the right. So from here, from warrior one, exhale, let's bring the hands down towards the earth. Right hand on the earth or your block. And then pivot on your left foot. Little hop to step forward with that left foot. You can be on the toes here. And you can stay on these toes here this whole time. Straightening through that right leg. Let's lift that left leg. And when you have your balance, begin to draw your left fingers across your heart to reach up. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana. Oh, sorry, Papi Baba. He doesn't like it when I disturb him. Sorry, my darling. One more breath here. You may be wobbling a little bit. Then bend into that left knee. Step the left foot to meet the right foot. Uncurl your spine one vertebra at a time. Up. Hands in Anjali at the heart. And then turn back. Quarter turn on your mat. Full breath in, full breath out. And we're going to step across our mat again. Coming into Devyasana. Again, you can take Padma, Anjali, or Ubhaya Haridya Mudra, choosing what you feel you want to connect with. You can even do your prayer wheel here. So many variations to make this practice your practice. Each time I practice, I bring something different in, inviting something new to the practice or connecting with my energy flow in a different way. The relationship between my physical body and my subtle body, my energy body, each time changing. Now we're going to turn over to the left, turn in that right foot slightly, bending into that left knee and opening out the arms here into Mahavirabhadrasana. Gaze over to the left. Making sure that you are comfortable. Remember, bringing that sense of sukhasana to your body. Drop your right hand. Let's come over into Shanti Warrior. Again, you can wrap the right hand around the left hip. Through Great Warrior. Let's turn into Warrior One. You can bring the hands to the heart. Prayer wheel to lotus above the crown. Again, check how you're feeling here. We are all built differently. Padma to the heart. Anjali offering. Anything that connects you to your body and brings you joy, sukh, bliss. I am love. I am revolutionary love. Now from here, we're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana. So again, you might need your blocks, your footstool, the wall. Very handy here. I've got a wall if I need to balance myself. As you exhale, let's bring the hands to the earth. Pivot on the ball of that right foot here. Now remember, you can stay on the right toes. You can come into this variation. You could be holding the wall and coming into this variation. You want to see what is the experience that we're trying to gain in the body, and how can I create that experience in the body? How can I aid the flow of energy, this flow of pran from the heart space? Remember, it's not about perfection. It's not about looking like someone else. It's about us honoring our relationship with our body. When you're ready, move into Ardha Chandrasana. So remember, there can be lots of variations here. You might wobble and fall out. This looks beautiful here, especially as I can see my tulips One more moment here, then bend into your right knee, bring it to your left to meet the left foot. Uncurl your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Quarter turn, hands in Padma at the heart, all the way up into our lotus prayer, lotus anjali offering. Back where we started on the left side of our mat. Take a moment here. So we're going to come down to the earth. Now, your option of coming to the earth, I'm just going to move a bit to the center so you can see me and I don't want to fall on my tulips from my beautiful niece for Galentine's. Bend into your knees. Come onto the ball of your feet and then lower down so that we're crouching here. Now you can come through here with hands to support you. If this doesn't feel comfortable, come to a seat that is comfortable, your Sukhasana. And then let's one more lotus. Here, the divine love represented by the lotus. Above your crown. Prayer, lotus to the heart, anjali, offering of revolutionary love to support those in our community who need uplifting from us, who need us to work with them, work for them. And then when you're ready, let's come down to the earth with some grace. Crossing your ankles here. I've got my left in front of my right. Lower down towards the earth. And then when you're here on the earth, let's hug in those knees. So ankles crossed to hold your outside of your feet here. This feels great. You can also cross at the knee if you wish and come into Gomukhasana legs, cow face legs. One more breath here, then release your hands. Let's drop the knees all the way. Just give myself some space. We're going to drop them over to the right now. So you can either have your ankles crossed and drop your legs over to the right, or you might have your knees crossed. So left leg or left ankle is in front of right here. Maintain your connection with the left shoulder and the earth, or closeness there. 3 breaths here. Open across the heart. As you inhale, engage your core and come back to center. Let's uncross the legs. So let's take our right ankle on top of our left ankle and hug that in. And then we can also take our right knee over our left knee, coming into Gomukhasana legs. And then let's drop our knees over to the left. Maintaining a connection between the right shoulder and the earth here. So you might be crossed at the knees, or you might be crossed at the ankles here. One more breath. And then back to center. Uncross your legs, hug it in, and you can either roll onto your side to come up into your Sukhasana, or you can rock and roll on your back, which is what I'm going to do, because it's delicious. I love it. It's delicious on my back. So we'll rock a few times up and down the spine, and then come up to cross-legged Sukhasana. Hands at your heart in Anjali. So remember that Anjali is the softness here. Take a full breath in. We'll close our practice by chanting Aham Prema 3 times and then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti for your heart. Shanti for the heart of your loved ones. Shanti for the heart of the community. Inhale fully. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hands to your eyebrow center. Dhanyavad, Dhanyavad. Thank you, beautiful yogis, for joining me today. Happy St. Valentine's Day for those of you who are celebrating it. Happy Galentine's Day for those of you who are celebrating with your women friends. And revolutionary love to everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support my work. Thank you, yogis. Thank you.